What is going on, guys? Today we're going to talk about the dislikes on the new Spear LT. I do want to start this video off by saying overall I actually really like this gun, and I've just got a lot of questions and comments about like what are some of the problems with it, are there any issues, because nothing's perfect. But like I said, this is overall a really nice gun. I am really happy with it. So I'll start off with my personal least favorite thing, and that is this little like teak raise right here on the stock. I don't know. It just, like I said in the review I did on it, it just feels really cheap. It feels like they made the gun and then they're like, oh, we should put something on this right here. I hope somebody put in the comments on that review video I did, hopefully that somebody else comes out with like something you can just take this off, slap it on there for more comfort. It's just really cheap plastic with the name Sig Sauer on it. And when you buy a $2,500 gun, I guess you would expect something a little bit nice in that, like maybe this kind of like harder rubber material over here, or I don't know, just anything that's not cheap plastic, really. My first instinct when I first saw this gun, I thought that this would be more of like a rubber, like, I don't know, kind of like the end of the stock here, just like a harder rubber. It's not. It is what it is. Like I said, overall, still a great gun. Another thing I don't really like is the magazine. And I said this in the video too, and people started ripping me apart in the comments. So I know that it's very difficult to make a 7.62 by 39 AR style magazine. However, I don't care. If you put thousands and thousands, probably millions of dollars into R&D every year, why would you not spend a little bit more money into R&D on a magazine that would fit this gun that you don't have to outsource? This is a Duramag. And listen, feeding wise, this thing does great. As far as functionality goes, this magazine does absolutely phenomenal. I haven't had one single issue with it so far. I just, again, am looking for more appearance. Like, even if this was all the same from the top up here that goes into the magwell, and then just what's exposed just looks a little bit, I don't know, a little bit more appeasing to the eye, I guess. Again, this is like small gripes, not really a big deal. The gun functions like it should, and it's just me being a little bit nitpicky. I'm aware of that, but well, again, when you spend $2,500 on something, you would expect it to be a little bit more aesthetically pleasing, I guess you could say, because when you look at the gun itself, this is pretty sweet. I mean, everything on this gun looks awesome. The way they designed it, it all looks really cool. Even the thing I don't really like here, this little plastic cap, looks pretty cool. It's just the way it feels and the function of it isn't the best. But yeah, I would just want to see somebody, Lancer, Magpul, somebody put a little bit of R&D into making a better magazine, a cooler magazine, I guess, is like kind of ridiculous to say, but it's the truth of what I would like to see personally. And again, I'm one guy with one opinion, so not many people really care. Another thing, though, now this is actually kind of a lot more of a big deal. Somebody put this in the comments section, and I was kind of curious, so I started playing around with it. I don't know if you can see, but you can kind of like move the barrel or the handguard. I'm not really sure what is moving here, but as you press on this, it isn't centered in the handguard anymore, and then you can kind of pull it back to centered. It's a little bit off to the left now, so it's very hard to tell if it's the whole handguard moving or if it's just the barrel moving or what, but something in here is not super stiff. I don't know if you're going to be able to tell. I'll take the suppressor off too so you can maybe get a better view. So if you see, I don't know how well you can see that in the video, but yeah, that was something that I found kind of interesting. Something else somebody put in the comments on a spear that they had was that it seemed like it was like multiple different colors. I don't really see that on this one. It looks like the upper and the lower are pretty much the same exact color. Everything seems to blend well together. This may look a little bit darker right here, but that's because the oil. The grip is a little bit different color, but it's a different material, so that's kind of expected. But yeah, other than that, not really too many issues with this gun as far as cycling and firing it, suppressed, unsuppressed. It held up really well with steel-cased ammo. I'll do another video on all the good things about it, but I just want to kind of get some of those questions out of the way because I was asked quite a few questions about, like, you know, what's wrong with it, what's this, what's that. Like I said, though, overall, I really love the gun. I think it's a phenomenal weapon. They've done well with the design of it. They've done well with how it functions. Even on the inside, too, not many issues on the inside. The only thing I am a little curious about as far as long-term durability goes, and I'll show you here in 1 second, is So when they redid this bolt face to make it fit any sort of drop-in trigger, so you didn't have to buy a specific MCX trigger, they put this little notch right here. And when you press, I just don't know how well that's going to hold up long-term with thousands of rounds through it. I don't know if this is like a little piece that may break off or it may be okay. So time will tell on that one. Or if it does break off, how easy is it to replace? I don't know how well you can really see this, but this little piece right here, it's basically just guiding the trigger onto the firing pin. But I don't know. That's going to be one of those time will tell kind of things. So just something to keep an eye on, something to think about. But other than that, I mean, the way they've designed everything else seems pretty good. Like I said, that's what, 1, 2, 3, potentially a fourth problem. I don't know. But overall, yeah, very nice gun. Very happy with it. And I would recommend buying one.